welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your presence here. Thank you to everyone who has stumbled across the channel for the first time today. We would love to have you join our beautiful soul family here by subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy this content, please consider hitting your notification bell, your like button, and if you do drop me a comment below, be sure to do that so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner of the free tarot reading. I do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading for my subscribers as a thank you here on this channel for your presence. So please do that if you feel called to. For any new subscribers, please pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. For today's pick a card topic, we are going to do a comparison reading today between their feelings for you versus a third party. So this may not resonate with you if there is no third party here, but if there is a third party and you're aware of that, this message may resonate with you. We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Lovers, pile number 2 with the Justice, and pile number 3 with the Temperance energy. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting today from Spirit. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today we are comparing the person on your mind and their truest feelings towards you versus any third party energy that may be involved in this connection. So pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the Lovers, and this is your reading. Their truest feelings towards you versus the third party. Now, the Lovers in and of itself is a card of deep connection, but it also speaks about a great choice that this person feels like they have to make, or decision. It speaks of a moral decision sometimes that they have to make as well. And I feel like there's been a certain amount of epiphanies that have hit them since they've been in a new connection. Because even this little arrow that comes in, like Cupid's arrow, looks like a lightning bolt. So some type of clarity has hit them because of the contrast of this relationship versus how they were feeling in your connection. Now, we will put a little bit of a trigger warning here because these are sensitive topics, and so nobody really likes to hear how another person feels about someone else on their mind. So we are going to do their feelings for the third party on the left-hand side, and then we're going to do a spread for you on the other side, just to compare the energies. So how do they truly feel, please, towards the third party? I just heard burst my bubble. The Lovers, Gemini coming out here. How are they truly feeling for the third party, please? We have the Strength. How do they truly feel for the third party? It's too many spirits. Try again. How do they truly feel for the third party? Spirit's giving us lots. We have 2 of Cups energy coming in. 10 of Pentacles. There could be a family unit here. Please take that as it resonates, which could complicate things in this connection. Can we clarify the Lovers, please? The Page of Pentacles. We have the Fool. And we have the Queen of Swords. Back of the deck, we do have the World, and we have the 2 of Swords. So I feel like there is a full-fledged commitment cycle here from this person on your mind. And I heard bait and switch. I feel like at the beginning of their connection, their partner acted a lot differently, and that could just be, you know, the passage of time, and we all evolve and we all shift and change a little bit. They just feel like the connection has changed since the beginning of meeting this person, of investing in the connection, and that has really, sometimes it's been their strength, that this person has been their strength, and sometimes it has tested their strength at the same time. There has been temptations in this connection, or this person on your mind has felt tempted outside of this connection, but they've perhaps hesitated. They perhaps haven't really taken that leap of faith because they couldn't commit to it, because sometimes this connection gives them a lot of strength. I feel like especially in the past, they were really joined at the hip, and that's where the bait and switch energy comes in, is that They do feel like their partner sort of presented the best version of themselves. And now as they have spent time, maybe even a couple of years investing in this connection, they've evolved, they've changed. Some of their true colors have shone through, or at least that's what their opinion is that their true colors have shone through. Spirit says it's most likely just the passage of time, their partner growing in awareness and maturity. But the person on your mind feels like that tests their strength right now. Or sometimes they get distracted away from this connection, perhaps into temptations of some kind. I do feel like there were promises made, like commitment cycles that were made over here. And there could be, again, an investment over time where they built a home together, built a life together. There could be children involved here. I feel like they are now more intimidated by this person than they were in the past. And there's a lot of Gemini energy surrounding the divine feminine on this side of the spread. So they're really highlighting here a commitment that is real, but they sometimes get this restless feeling about what are they missing out on, because they really felt like there was a lot of even physical attraction, a lot of opportunity for like physical union in the past, and that has shifted and changed as our priorities and responsibilities have shifted and changed. I don't necessarily, I feel like they are committed here, but Spirit says they're also, in an emotional sense, not always committed here. So on the outside of things, if you look inside their windows, you would see commitments. You would see a very solid couple, perhaps, as well. Always together, especially in the past, always together. But some of that emotional commitment has waned a little bit. They have a habit of looking towards things that are dangerous or that tempt them away from this connection. And so even in the walls of empowerment that this connection has created for them now feel oppressive in some ways, but they've made promises for life. I hear it's like the swan energy will mate for life. So there is this feeling about epiphanies that have come in after being really enamored by someone, because at the beginning of this connection, I feel like they were super enamored. They thought they were exactly on the same page. It's like they really felt that they found their half, and that may or may not be true. But every connection is built with obstacles built into the experience for a reason, so that we can cultivate the strength and the belonging and the sense of security that we truly deserve. And they maybe just aren't focused on the fact that they've overcome a lot of obstacles. Sometimes they get focused on the ways in which this connection tests their strength. How do they truly feel about the third party, please, at this time? We have older man, and we have temporary situation, which is interesting because they already highlighted that they've made promises for life, and yet they can't really commit to the promise that they had made, perhaps, about this being a lifelong commitment. I also feel like the Spirit's talking about this, their current partner perhaps being a source of inspiration that's being utilized by Spirit to help them awaken and to spiritually and emotionally mature. They're just feeling restless. I almost feel like they want to tap back into the momentum of the past when they were young, when there was this energy of momentum. We have here a sincere wish will be granted. The needle and thread. And every time I see the needle, I think of the eye of the needle. And it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of the needle than for a rich man to get to heaven. And so the camel brings in thirst. So I do feel like there is a physical thirst that they're experiencing here. And we have expression with the whale, great worry over nothing. And we have the turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Because they are highlighting that this person perhaps doesn't 100% see exactly what's sitting in front of them in that connection, or they aren't appreciating it because they feel so restless. It tests their strength. It also forges their strength, but sometimes there is a risk associated with temptation for this person. Now let's take a look comparatively to their energy and feelings towards you. You could be a part of that temptation. You could be a part of that strength energy that is testing them. Lots of Leo energy here. As I said, Gemini. How do they truly feel for pile number one, please, comparatively? Four of Wands. Oops. Knight of Wands, reversed. The Magician, and we also have the Judgment. Back of the deck is the Five of Swords. So there's something about your connection already that makes them need to self-preserve, that makes them have to retreat a little bit. They feel like their attraction to you creates a lot of obstacles or creates a lot of drama. But they can't deny it either, because we're starting with the Four of Wands. They wonder if you wouldn't be the pathway towards happiness. It's like over here, they're a little bit on the fence. Over here, the Four of Wands, they're feeling like you could be the pathway towards celebration. And they have, yeah, there's the Ten of Cups. So over here on this side, they have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a cultivation of something practical. It's growth. It's abundance in some forms. But over here, there's this full spectrum surrounding emotional abundance and happiness and the ability to feel that. They feel like they could achieve that with you. And they are feeling restless when it comes to physical acts, physical attraction. They want to just charge forward. Like even the Knight of Wands reversed, it doesn't necessarily feel like a lack of momentum. They feel like they should hold back because of the consequences, but they don't want to. Because it's like the difference between the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And this is why they hesitate to act, is because of their commitment cycles. So their loyalty to you is hidden, Spirit says. And they are afraid to reveal it because they're afraid of losing something practical. Here's the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, but they think that you look so good together. It's like we belong together. We're twin flame energies. We belong together. I feel like they really want a physical connection with you in the present moment. And they feel like that physical connection will be the fulfillment that they're missing over on this side. Back of the deck is the Knight of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups. And in a perfect world, the two of you would be in a relationship, but they can't commit to that in this moment because they have to make this monumental decision about this connection and about how the dissolution of this connection will bring abundance or lack of abundance in your connection. They are saying that this person is jumping to conclusions in this moment, rushing to this conclusion, because sometimes they don't see the forest through the trees in an entirely honest way over here, because they are self-preserving with that Five of Swords energy. I feel like this person spends a lot of time manifesting fantasy or trying to conjure up this connection in some way, but not necessarily taking the practical steps to get there because they don't have a lot of follow through. I feel like they're afraid to tell you how they truly, truly feel because of the karmic loop that they do feel like they're stuck in. What do they truly feel? And they just, first of all, they want to highlight beauty. Venus energy, Virgo. Dagger, fear, worries, and tense situations regarding the truth of how they feel. The dagger is the Ace of Swords, the reality of how they feel. But you bring in a lot of abundance. The dolphin is like the Three of Cups. It's somebody who's so much different than what I'm used to. But this card says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. And if they leap into this situation, how does that affect them financially or fiscally with their position? You are on the road to success, the mountain road. And I do feel like the influence that this attraction has influences the temporary aspect of how long they think that this connection is going to last. We have chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. And we have great happiness. Back of the deck says, family matters are holding me back. And so ultimately, there could be anticipation that this energy is going to come to a close eventually. They may not be able to get there or commit to the decision at this moment because they're trying to avoid conflict. But they feel like you could bring in a lot of happiness for them. Happiness that they do feel is missing in their current environment. What are their current truest feelings, please, for pile number 1? Every song that I hear is about you. I also feel like there's some type of even maybe a financial dependence for the Divine Feminine on this side as well. Memories of us keep me going. but I am wearing a mask. My life is in chaos right now, and they may also be trying to avoid chaos. It's like, I just can't help it. You make it easy to love you, and the separation is painful. They do not want to be in separation at this time. I just saw dreaming of you. Addicted to you. But I'm very stuck right now. Let's get one more. I'm afraid that you won't like the person I've become. There is a certain amount of longevity that I feel like they've invested in on this side as well. And the truth is that I'm missing you right this second on the back of that deck. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number 1? We have loyal heart. And you were drawn here. It's interesting because you were drawn to the 2 birds. You were drawn to the 2 swans. The swans are a symbol of kind of committing for life. And then yet these loyal hearts, these 2 owls, there's a certain amount of logic and clarity associated with the truth over this situation. The clarity that came in perhaps because of the contrast of how they were feeling. So this person has a certain amount of loyalty to this connection. A certain amount of loyalty to the way that they think that this connection can fulfill them as well. And they spend a lot of time daydreaming about this connection as well. Now the Imagine card is like the Judgment card. Its function is to help us to evolve. And so this person continually thinks about what they can do. And ultimately, they are feeling prompted to creating change in the future of your connection. I feel like they will be delayed because they can't commit to the act in this moment. Let's get a charm bowl, please. Tower energy coming out. 8 of Cups. And the King of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And if you look in the bowl, we have the 2 of Cups reversed. So there's like arguments, breakdowns of relationships. Somebody has to walk away, but they're trying to avoid the Tower moment. And they don't think it's a logical step to approach now or to take on a leadership role for them now. They also don't know if they have enough strength to take the leap of faith that is necessary here, even though they feel like a connection with you would empower them. Ooh. We have the letter X and G coming to a crossroads. I heard that song, How Am I Supposed to Breathe with No Air? And by Jordan Sparks. We have the lungs here as well. So it's like wanting to express something, wanting to communicate, wanting change. And we also have the umbrella. There's a feeling about protection from harm, protection from emotional waves. So trying to keep someone safe. And we also have the nursing cap next to the key, or it's connected to the key it was, and now it's separated. But there could be a hospital nursing connection, or someone who has a lot to work out and organize in their mind, in their crown chakra. We also have the key because there is a secret here about true feelings and intentions. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below. And I do update that shop on weekdays, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Justice card, and this is your reading. How do they truly feel about you versus the third party? Libra is ruling justice in this moment, and they're speaking here about the truth and the cause and effect of our actions. It's like they're weighing out their options, literally, in this connection. There's a mirror. This whole scene is being placed in the mirror, and they just showed me this white tablecloth being pulled out quickly. Have you ever seen like magicians do that? They pull the tablecloth quickly so that as not to disturb anything on the table. So they're showing me that. So they're worried about creating disturbances, perhaps in commitment cycles. So please take that as it resonates. But they're also speaking about the reality, the truth of how they're actually feeling. Now I'm going to do a comparison reading of their current feelings for the third party on the left hand side, and then their feelings for you on the right. We will be spending more time on you, but we're going to start with the third party. So we're also going to put a trigger warning on this reading because it can be painful to hear about emotions that are being applied elsewhere. So let's take a look here and see, how do they truly feel about the third party? I'm using the Happy Tarot for you, but this doesn't look like a very happy card. 10 of Swords coming out first with the 3 of Cups. Very contrasting energies, the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Complete opposites of each other. The 10 of Wands. How do they ooh. The 6 of Wands. Now they are combining the 10 and the 6 for the Tower energy for me in this moment as well. We have the Queen of Swords. I'm going to place it underneath this 3 of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups. Now I do feel like there could be children involved in this connection. We have the Emperor, and they're talking about the dad of the deck. We have the Tower as the back of deck, and we have the Ace of Wands. So despite the fact that I'm using the Happy Tarot for this side of the spread, I do feel like there's a lot of overwhelming energies here on this side. There is this really strong message about how this environment inspires them to have this Tower energy, inspires them to have breakdowns in the connection. But I feel like they have this weight on their shoulders connected to family, connected to responsibility, that stops them from taking their mask off. There is this really strong energy surrounding being more friends than they are lovers in this moment, or being like good partners perhaps because of family and because of collaboration. But there's not a lot going on under the surface of all of that. So it's like they make really good partners. It's like a really good business partner, but when it comes to romantically feeling connected, I just don't feel like that's there. But I do feel like there's a certain amount of expectation. It's like it almost feels mutual, to be honest, where they're like, their focus is the children, or their focus is on what they've built together. Like that's their focus. But it's actually turned into a bit of a comfort zone, or turned into a bit of a scapegoat to stop them from taking their masks off and to facing the truth of the situation, because that's the truth that lies in the balance. Is that I don't feel like there's as emotional investment, as much emotional investment here that there should be. And it feels almost just more like friends than it feels like a lover's energy. And I do feel like in the past, like I feel like especially in the past, there used to be a lot of laughter. They used to make each other laugh. And now it's like if they do have children, that's all they talk about. That's the only thing that they have in common anymore, is the children, or is in what they've invested, is the past energy. And past energy, although we can draw from it, it's really no use to us in the present moment. We can't manifest from that. We can't have manifestations come in to the past, because we're in the present moment. So it feels like there is a fear holding them together. Fear of being alone, fear of the unknown in this moment. They are wearing heavy masks. And I can't say that there's no abundance, because I do feel like there are reasons to feel like they've achieved some things, you know? It's like even if they decided to end it tomorrow, they have achieved something. They've built together, they've grown together, they've learned together, and that's nothing to snark at, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's as fulfilling as they need it to be, from both of their perspectives, actually. I think it's the fear of change that's stopping them from launching themselves into it. Even though I feel like the truth has shown itself over and over and over again, there's not a lot of cups over here except for the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. And both of those are surrounding, you know, reunions and friendships and being generous with each other. But I feel like it's also hard for them to be emotionally generous with each other in that environment. I just feel like there's not as much romantically going on as there is. It almost feels like a business partnership to me. And I think they used to have a lot of fun together. And I almost feel like there's cultural differences here for someone watching as well. That may not resonate with everyone, but there could be a lot of cultural differences or cultural reasons why we are holding on to this connection the way that we are. It's like expectations of our family, expectations of our cultures. How do they truly feel, please, about the third party? Older man, this came out in pile 1 as well. Emperor energy, Aries, very strong here. We have unsuccessful plans. We have tying the knot. So perhaps a physical union here, or maybe it's just a common law connection. Sorry, my throat's closing. But despite the fact that they had good intentions, they don't feel as successful in this present moment. We have here doing something risky, taking a chance, perhaps towards spiritual love. And then we also have harp, great happiness. And every time I see the harp, I think of the left breast pocket where you'll find the key. And so there's a feeling about hiding my heart in the left breast pocket here. We have birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And I do feel like there could be children involved in this connection. And that's what's preventing them from doing what they would feel is risky. And the truth is that I feel like the divine feminine on this end is also feeling as inflicted or as inspired to create change and as fearful of the change as the divine masculine on this side. I feel like if they were honest with each other, they would recognize how paralleled their honesty actually is and how they're actually experiencing this connection. Now let's take a look at how they are currently truly feeling about you, pile 2. To compare their energies, how do they truly feel about pile number 2, please? We have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius coming through. We have the Ten of Swords coming in the reversal. And we have the Four of Wands. Back of deck is already the Magician. Let's clarify this message. How do they truly feel? Queen of Swords. The Six of Wands. The Three of Wands. Back of deck, we do have the Star. And we have the Emperor. A lot of Aries energy coming in here. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, specifically Libra energy. And they're talking about the truth regarding this Libra Queen. And truthfully, I feel like they could even be with an air sign on this side too. So there could be air over here, air and fire, and air and fire. Now with the Ten of Swords reversed, there is a necessity for forgiveness, for even release as well. And it's associated with this Six of Wands, with this mask that they're wearing. They know that in order to have something with you, and they would like to have something with you because you are what they would be considered, or what they would consider a path in the right direction. As you can see that they're pointing up here. I also always think of the pituitary gland when they're pointing up here at this little bone. And so there's an emphasis on third eye and awakening and the truth of the situation. The truth that lies in the balance, their confidence that is required to bring their truth to the surface here. But they know that whatever they're doing, especially over here, is not contributing to a connection with you in this moment. And they want expansion. The Four of Wands, the Three of Wands are separated here. They want expansion, but they are acknowledging the challenges. But they also don't want to think of the challenges, because if they wanted to think of the challenges, or they were really ready to tackle them, they would have combined this into the Seven of Wands and shown the determination to plow through. They feel like you are the pathway to success, and they do sort of feel like this environment is holding them back from you. They're also really eager to gain more information from you about whether or not this is mutual, whether you feel the same way, because they're operating off of a fear of loss. Their fear of losing you, but their fear of losing everything over here if they just jumped ship and went towards you. So they're really also thinking about the cause and effect of their decisions. And there's part of them that feels like they're wasting time over here because they're worried about this cycle in this moment. And what they need to plant new seeds, what they need to do is focus their direction towards you and make a plan of action and then follow through with their actions. But there's the obstacles, and it's like they don't know how to bring their confidence to the surface. A lot of Aquarius energy here. So there could be Libra and then Aquarius energy for the Divine Feminine. Still a lot of Aries energy for Divine Masculine. We have wishbone, a wish that is granted, and you are that wish. Now they're showing it in reference to the turkey bone, and there's a reference now to someone who's not behaving in a very smart way, or it's like they think it's a risky venture in order for their wish to be granted. They do hide behind this fan, romance, celebration, and party, and they do like to fantasize about you. And these fantasies get very heated. There's a lot of fire coming from this Aries energy. We have a lot of Virgo, September coming through, a little Leo energy as well. And they're talking about goddess, being a goddess, appreciating you for your physical prowess. We also have forces working against you. It's the Axe, the Ten of Pentacles, a tree of life that they've invested in. And so it's interesting. That's where Spirit says they're behaving kind of foolishly in some way, because they have now separated themselves from the obstacle. It's like they feel like the environment here is the obstacle, and they should be going within to find solutions, because they feel like it's the force working against the connection. So it sort of brings them into a bit of a victim mentality. We have good advice from a wise person, the Owl. I do think of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and they're referencing even friends that have given them advice, needing to take advice from a wise person, including their higher self. And you represent that happiness. In the left breast pocket, you'll find the key to happiness, something that they have to keep hidden. We have a money path is waiting for you to find it. The money path is the practical steps. It's also speaking about what has to be sacrificed in order for more momentum here. Let's get a couple of message cards to see what sort of thoughts they are having. How do they truly feel about pile number 2, please? I feel like you were meant for me. 4 of Wands, twin flame energy. Communication will equal truth, clarity, and success. New initiatives. And the Ace of Swords comes right after that 10 of Swords, after they put down their fear of the unknown, after this 10 of Swords comes in and they're able to reunite with someone, because they want to reunite with someone. That was the preemptive message coming through on this end, was wanting to reunite with someone. But they know that it has to come at the cost of an end of a cycle. It says, I was so unfair to you because I wasn't honest with you. Number 11, Libra. You were drawn to the Justice card as well. And they are not being honest with themselves or other people. They say that they ruin everything they touch. It's like they're coming up with reasons why they can't push through the obstacles here, even though they feel like they are tired of holding back their truth. Because it feels so hopeless. It feels so hopeless, but that's just because they have to give up something practical in order to achieve the clarity and the opportunity here in this connection. Back of the deck says, I wish that I told you the truth and I'm focused on me right now. And the Knight of Wands, when he's focused on himself, just wants you, just wants to charge in and doesn't want to deal with the consequences of that action. But that's what's laying in the balance. That's what's laying in the balance. So they're almost asking you to look beyond immediate appearances of things. And they are talking about watching you on the internet. They're showing me connectivity. They're saying they're watching you on the internet. How do they truly feel, please, for pile number 2? We have here flexibility. And it's coming out with the to be fair and it's justice energy as well. 8 and the 3 is the 11. And she's balancing the truth. She's got that little owl, which again is asking about seeking information from a higher source, seeking information from somebody who's wise, which is our higher self, to speak our truth for us, despite the consequences we may face. And the truth is that they know how they feel. And they see the potential, they want the potential, but they feel like they have to take a slow approach, or it's going to take them some time to achieve that potential or to incubate it because of their responsibilities over here. They are trying to avoid that Tower energy of chaos and conflict. But the truth is that the emotional chaos is already hiding in plain sight on this side. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What's their last thought of pile number 2 in the bowl, please? 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The last thought that this person had was surrounding wanting things right now. It's like they want results, but they don't want to put the work in. So there's like a lazy energy coming through here. And they keep focusing. The reason why they're not putting in the effort towards the results that they want is because they're letting those environments that they've become really accustomed to act as the crutch or act as an anchor to their own ascension or to their own abundance overall, because they're not speaking their truth in that environment. There's a lot of motherhood energy for the Queen of Cups, and I feel a lot of healing energy coming from her. So I'm feeling like somebody who has a healing profession, perhaps nursing. Doesn't have to be, it can be any type of profession that you would look after other people. Maybe even like a stay-at-home mom energy, like something where you're looking after others. We have the letter F twice. F, F, G, and R, P, T, and O. We also have a commandment from the Bible that says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." We have Sagittarius energy, lots of fire for the Divine Masculine. We have the Divine Masculine who doesn't feel like he can express something and he's going to drown in his emotion. He's keeping a secret. They're also talking about the Divine Feminine, holding on to wisdom codes as well about this person, and someone very intuitive. You could be an intuitive, and that could be where your healing journey actually is surrounding, is the intuitive realm. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the Temperance, and this is your reading. How does the person on your mind feel for you versus any third-party energy that may be floating around? The Temperance is talking about trying to find peace within my journey, not feeling like I have a lot of perhaps control in the present moment, and wanting to come back together, wanting to mix together. It does speak of a certain amount of patience that has been applied and may be required as well in the future of this connection. It also speaks about a great test for you and for this person perhaps too, because the Temperance energy is all about how we take our human experience and we turn it into something fruitful, whether it be a negative emotion that we experience or a positive. We take that energy and we turn it into something useful for our experience. So I am going to do a comparison reading for you. I'm going to do their energy on this side, on the left-hand side, and their feelings for you on the right-hand side. So a bit of a trigger warning before we begin this reading, because no one really wants to hear about some of the energies towards other people. So how are they truly feeling, please, for the third party? We have the Emperor coming out here first, Aries energy. Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. How do they truly feel about our third party, please? Six of Pentacles reversed. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of responsibility that this person already feels in this environment. Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of financial responsibility that they feel is solely perhaps on their shoulders, or concern for the home is solely on their shoulders. They don't feel like they have any support financially there. So they could be, you know, the sole breadwinner. We have the Four of Wands. And they're already sitting upon the truth or the reality of how they actually feel, what they're experiencing here. And to be honest with you, even their guides are kind of celebrating the fact that they've reached these epiphanies. Now the next step is them applying some type of practical step to the truth of what they're experiencing here. We have the Lovers. Back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Now, because they have a lot of responsibility, there's the Ten of Wands. They just feel like they're always, maybe they feel like they're always working. They just feel like maybe they're only a paycheck. That's how they're feeling. It may not be a true, authentic version of the truth. It may just be their subjective experience, but that's what they're experiencing, and it's creating a certain amount of thirst. Because what I'm hearing is like all work and no play makes X a dull boy, or whatever their name is makes them a dull boy, and that's what they feel like in this environment. There's like all work and no play. It's all responsibility and no play. Now, there is an emphasis here on the Four of Wands, the Lover's energy, and I'm going to clarify that as we go forward. These are supports to my answer. And the truth is that these epiphanies are supposed to spark some type of change within the Divine Masculine. When we come to the conclusion of I'm bored here, or I'm working all the time and all I am is a paycheck, or that's how I feel, I don't feel like I have any support. When we come to those conclusions, those are light bulbs going off that are supposed to inspire us to go inward to find solutions for all of that energy that is negative. But it brings them to really critical decisions here in the future. And they know that they want change. Like they know that they want change, but they don't know how to apply it. They don't know when they'll be able to achieve it. But because they're at the helm of that movement, their delays create delays for themselves energetically. We have the World. We also have the Six of Wands. And to the World, here's the Ten of Pentacles to the World. And I've said this, I think for pile 1, is that if you looked through their window, you would see success. At least by the collective expectation or standards, you would see success. It's like maybe they've been together for a few years. Maybe they've established things in their life that doesn't make it satisfying. Sometimes we have this grand idea that we want to go climb Everest, but we get halfway up that summit and we start to recognize this is not something I want to experience anymore, and we go back down to base camp. And so there's a certain amount of truth that has come out of this experience. Not all bad. Like I feel like there's a lot of abundance here, but also codependent attachment, insecurity, and again, not a lot of emotional abundance that they're experiencing in the present moment. You'll see an absence of cups. And that's what we need when we want to acknowledge abundance and acknowledge emotional support. There's a certain amount of thirst here that they feel that makes them curious about what else is available to them. And despite the fact that this Emperor has sort of arrived, or should have arrived at their destination and shouldn't be in knight's clothes anymore, here is this Emperor. He's not even wearing the red cloak of empowerment. He's fully dressed as a knight. This card keeps coming out, doing something risky and taking a chance towards a divine feminine energy. We have peace and harmony. And so they're sort of torn between those two lovers, and perhaps torn between lovers in general, because they're torn between maintaining complacency and maintaining codependent energies, and honestly just maintaining a comfort zone and taking a risk of faith connected to divine feminine energy. We have here vulture, depression, anxiety, and worrying that someone is against you. And we do have news on the way, reversed, coming in as well. So they are considering exploring a new path. They don't know if they can truly go down that path in the present moment, but they're considering it. Now, all of their dissatisfaction, their sense of vulnerability, could be coming from a depression phase that they may be invested in right now. April, Aries energy, and somebody who's considering stepping into a new experience. They don't feel like now is the time to step into a new experience, so they are delaying that in this moment. We have something important such as a new job or raise, and they are focused on finances and focused on money here. Again, they could be the sole breadwinner or just not feel like they have any support, so they're concerned about that practical realm. Now let's take a look here on this side for you. I'm just going to move this deck because we're dealing with pretty big decks for you, pile 3. So we're just going to move this guy in here. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number 3? We have the 2 of Cups coming in the reversal, coming with the 7 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The 2 of Wands coming through. We also have a lot going on here. We have, there's that page, the Page of Wands. See, this is why, there's that 2 of Pentacles. This is why I like doing comparison readings, because it really shows the steps, you know, the steps that are even our thoughts and our mentality take when we are exploring positions, exploring our stagnation and ways in which we can find solutions for more. There is just such a common theme here. It's like wanting to go exploring, but initiating the third-party situation, having to deal with commitment cycles, and not being able to really launch ourselves into it at this time, having to wait because this tower is something that we've built with time and effort. You represent this flirtation with change. You represent vulnerability and someone that they wish that they could go into a relationship with. They are highlighting for someone watching that this could be a past relationship for them, that they are not comparing this newer relationship against. The passion is not at all the same. There's a feeling about passionate connection that they feel like they could achieve with you. It would be a huge upgrade in the passion department. But there's this demand on their investments. And, you know, with the 7 of Pentacles, it tells us that harvest time is coming close. And will I reap what I sow if I decide to pull up that tree now? And what I've planted in the past. I feel like there could be an online flirtation right now, or they're watching you online. Like there's just something about taking a risk in this present moment. Flirting with disaster, I just heard, or flirting with the necessary vulnerability in order to create expansion. And there's the 2 of Pentacles. Maybe clarify 2 of Pentacles, please. And there's the Devil. Capricorn energy, lots of temptation with that Devil. King of Cups coming out with that Devil as well. But you can see that the King of Cups, their hair is made of tentacles, so something is holding them back. And part of that is their version of logic. It's like this big mountain that they've invested in, this little ship on their arm that they don't want to let go, but they're letting this ship sail through. Back of the deck is the 7 of Cups, which is fantasy. We also have the Emperor as well. And the Emperor in this deck at this moment is having his hair all plaited or braided up. There is a person that thinks very highly of you, but they are really concerned about the opinions of other people. You act as this temptation, a joyful temptation that's coaxing them. It's like there's something sweet smelling about you, and they want to follow their nose to find that happiness, to find that solution, but they don't feel like now is the time. The problem is that they may be waiting for the perfect time, and that will never present itself. They will always have to address this tower that they've built. And so in this moment, her dress looks like a mushroom, and mushroom is slow growth. But she also has spider imagery all around her. And this person does feel like they kind of made their bed over here. And so they feel like they have to stick to it, at least for now. But the spider reminds us that we have innate abilities drawing from our intuition from birth that tell us how solutions can be created now. We don't have to wait. We don't have to delay. If we recognize that we've created a certain prison for ourselves, we're the ones who have the key. But I feel like fantasy versus reality, it's holding them back. What you will notice on your end, Pile 3, is that there are a lot more cups on your end than there are on the other side. And they do, like, it's like they're trying to manifest you, they're trying to wish for you, but manifestation only works if they take the practical steps and sort of get out of their heart and get into action as well. How do they truly feel for pile number 3, please? They feel like this, with this 2 of Cups, they feel like thoughts of you come in a lot more rapidly when they're in arguments or conflicts over here. And I feel like a lot of arguments and conflicts come over here because of a thirst that they're not feeling is being quenched. And I feel like there's a lot of physical thirst over on this end. How do they currently feel, please? And so you represent an upgrade. Star, guaranteed success. Star of Aquarius. Something that they're wishing on. They're also kind of crushing on you in this moment. Wishing upon you. They know that they have to increase their efforts if they want to achieve any goal. And now I'm hearing that song by Dixie Chicks that says, "Cowboy, take me away. Fly this girl as high as you can into the wild moon." So it's like a fantasy surrounding this connection. And going off into the sunset together. But we have fear over tense situations, the dagger, their truth creating that. That's what's creating the delay and the hesitation. But we have here money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. And every time I see the boat, I think of the Six of Swords. But I also think of the anglerfish and the being intimidated by the divine feminine. Financial energy, money will be coming to you. Now, there is a feeling about waiting to get some type of payday or waiting to get some type of allowance back. It's like I put investment here, I should get some type of dividend back. So they may be waiting for some type of moment where they feel financially capable of launching themselves out of this environment. But there is an intimidation that they're feeling towards you, but also towards the divine feminine on this side as well. And there has a lot to do with like position and, again, not enough financial support. It feels like there's a lot of financial concerns over here that do influence how powerful they feel they are in creating change, or in the very least influences their decisions very heavily. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number 3? You will hear from me soon. So if this is a no contact, or you could currently be connected online at this time. I act happy, but I'm not. I've looked into tarot readings. The thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see the pain I've caused in your eyes. Some of that energy could be applied over to their original environment. They don't want to cause havoc. I'm not blind to the signs. I see them. I've thought about you spending time with my family and I. So if they have a family over here, they have thought about integration. They've thought about what that would look like. I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me. And I've been hurting without you. You have no idea. Back of the deck says, I have been feeling your presence around me. It almost feels like they're conjuring that up because of consistent focus, but they've been feeling your presence around them. I also saw it feels like something is missing without you around. Guys, for pile number 3, please. How do they truly feel about pile number 3 at this time? We have here a leg up, the polar bear. There is an emphasis on children and family, waiting for an opportunity, a perfect opportunity to launch, needing perhaps a little bit of help to push through the obstacles as well. We also have flexible coming out as well. And this person sees a lot of potential and they have almost intentions. This person wants to see their intentions realized. They don't know if they are capable of doing that in this moment, but they want, and they feel like patience will be necessary before they can truly speak their truth. But they're hoping that you're flexible with timing, you're flexible right along with them. Because even this environment, even their original plans are going to require flexibility. Back of the deck is the Y card. We're also looking at Imagine. And so in this moment, all of the confusion that they're going through. Here with the Seven of Cups, confusion in this environment, confusion about your feelings perhaps, all of it is serving a purpose to get them moving into the reflection period. And the purpose of the reflection period is to help us to recognize what is imbalanced so we can make corrections and find more balance. And you are drawn to Temperance for a reason. So Spirit is using this really strong attraction between the two of you to launch this divine masculine or divine feminine energy into recognizing their own imbalances, into recognizing their own dissatisfaction and ways that they can correct it. And also for you, for the exact same reason. Let's get a charm bowl, please. Oops, we've got the little frog and the letter R in your bowl. What's the last thought this person had about pile number 3, please? Two of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. It almost feels like it's been years for someone watching. They have more to reveal to you and they do have intentions of revealing it, but they're taking their time, and every time they get close, they self-sabotage and they blame frustrating delays. They blame everything else for the frustrating delays when the truth is it's their own shadow work that has to be done here. But they do have intentions of revealing more to you. I keep hearing that song by Katy Perry, The One That Got Away. We have Live the Life You Love, and it's right next to the honeybee. And with the honeybee, I think of self-sacrifice and sweet results that await. So it's like the choice between the sweet results that we've already invested or living the life that I truly choose and love. We have H and Q and W. We also have a stethoscope, hospital nursing connection, or a blocked heart chakra. We do have the key because there are secrets here, and having to trust in our hidden wisdom codes in order to reveal those secrets to ourselves. We also have here the Pegasus, looking at things from a higher perspective before we take action. And the 10 of Swords, the fish bones, Pisces in the reverse. They are speaking about the 10 of Swords reversed and forgiveness and freedom, which could catapult us into brand new beginnings. But I feel like they don't want to hurt, like I feel like even though they are blaming their environment, they don't want to hurt anybody in that environment as well. Specifically a divine feminine who could be a water sign over there. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you and your guides are walking with you, no matter what path you choose to take in the future of this connection. If you would like to be interested, or if you would like to be entered for a chance to win a free reading with me, be sure to drop your comment below for a chance to win, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy, and the shop does get updated every day. It does sell out quickly, but I do update the shop on weekdays, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.